Hi, good morning. My name is Shriyana Tamomani. So today we're going to present you our research paper. So the topic of our research paper is bankruptcy prediction of AirAsia company after being affected by COVID-19 pandemic using Altman Z-score approach. So this is my group members: Nur Fazila binti Shafiq, Muhammad Insuddin, Ahmad binti Muhammad Ali, Nurliana binti Yahaya. So we are from group 7. Now, I'm going to explain the introduction part of this research. So, for the last 2 years, the most critical concern in the global has been coronavirus disease. The government has enforced the rules worldwide such as forced national lockdown and border closure. The COVID pandemic has significantly impacted the aviation industry, ranging from travel restriction to flight interruption. Since the execution of Movement Control Order on March 18, 2020, airlines throughout the nation have been forced to suspend operation and movement. So the aviation industry started to face the losses in their business. In this research, we decided to predict the bankruptcy of aviation industry. Since the aviation industry is a big scope for us, so we decided to choose the most famous aviation industry, company in Malaysia, which is AirAsia. So we decided to predict the bankruptcy of AirAsia in upcoming years, and we used the Altman Z-score model to predict the bankruptcy of AirAsia company. Since most of the research papers mention that Altman Z-score is the best tool to predict the bankruptcy. And for the information part, we obtain the information from AirAsia Financial Report, which is published on the Malaysian Stock Exchange, Bursa Malaysia.
Next, I will explain problem statement. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Malaysia experienced a severe crisis in the aviation industry. The COVID-19 crisis impacted many airlines, causing them to lose money. The main problem was that AirAsia company had suffered high losses during COVID-19. According to data released by Bursa Malaysia, AirAsia suffered a loss of 5.89 billion in 2020 compared to 283.22 million in 2019. There are several reasons why the AirAsia company suffered a high loss, which are flight cancellation. Second reason are decreased passenger demand, and the last reason is the high number of employees to be paid. So, the main objective of the research is to study the bankruptcy possibilities of AirAsia company after being affected by COVID-19.
Next is literature review. The first element is coronavirus. COVID-19 has already claimed the life of many people across nearly more than half of the nation. Movement Control Order, which is MCO in Malaysia, which went into force on March 18 in 2020, has significantly impacted several businesses. F. Keshavarzi and friends said that the MCO implementation and subsequent extension have significantly impacted Malaysia's economic performance. Second is financial performance failure and bankruptcy in business. According to the study, several factors such as the financial health of the company and debt arrangement influence a company's performance and decision after bankruptcy. Fazai Danha also said in 2019, various elements has been identified as contributing to company failure. The failure will force several huge companies to declare bankruptcy. Next is the impact of COVID-19 on airlines. International Air Transport Association has claimed this year to be the worst year in the aviation history. Siti Fahana mentioned in 2020 that AirAsia lost 992 million last year compared to the revenue the year before. The company quarterly sales also dropped 96% to 180 million from previous quarter. Last but not least is Altman prediction application. Altman model was a five-factor approach to estimate a manufacturing firm failure. White also mentioned in 2007 that the model created by Edward Altman was truly revelation to anticipate a company insolvency.
Now I'm going to explain the methodology part of this research. As I mentioned earlier, we use Altman Z-score model. Why we use Altman Z-score model? Because Altman usually The Altman Cisco model will use to predict the bankruptcy for non-manufacturing firm. And this is the formula of Altman Cisco. So if you see this, the formula will show you the 6.5 6.56x1 plus 3.26x2 plus 6.72x3 plus 1.05x4. So these numbers are constant, and for the x1, x2, x3, the meaning of x1 is working capital divided by total asset. X2 is written earning divided by total asset. For x3 is the earning before interest and taxes divided by total asset. X4 is market value equity divided by total liability. So by using this formula, we will calculate the z-score of each year, which is from 2016 until 2020. But after we calculate the z-score, we can compare and predict the bankruptcy of the AirAsia company. So the summary of the calculation part of this formula will shown in next slide.
Here's the result from the Altman-Zexco method. As a result, the failure for this airline can be statistically proven. Financial stability in 2016 and 2017 was at the medium level of Z value, which is 1.6329 and 1.6328 respectively. AirAsia is considered to be in the gray zone and has a moderate possibility of failing because the Z value is between 2.6 and 1.1. In 2018, the Z value shows 3.0624. AirAsia is deemed to be in the safe zone and have a minimal chance of declaring bankruptcy because the Z value is more than 2.6. The Z value in that year began to decline to 0.3895. In 2020, the Z value is severe that it reached negative Z value as a result of all airline is not being able to operate on a total lockdown order. If the Z value is less than 1.1, the AirAsia is considered to be in the distress zone and has a high likelihood of going to bankruptcy. Here is the result for the Almanzak score, which is to visualize the Z value of AirAsia company from 2016 to 2020. As been mentioned earlier, the Z value of the Almanzak score approach have shown a warning of danger to AirAsia financial statement. Its negative value in 2020 could result the bankruptcy to the company. However, AirAsian companies have not been declared bankrupt even though their business have been severely affected by the current pandemic. Although they are unable to run the airline business, they carry out other activities to cover the costs involved so as not being declared bankrupt. Among them is shifting the business to the delivery service. In addition, AirAsia also makes refinancing, adjustment, and collaboration with other companies so that they are still able to survive in this critical situation. It can be concluded that even though the Z value shown negative, they are still not reported bankrupt for the business they have run.
In conclusion, the Altman-Zesco method is the best and suitable method to predict the bankruptcy of AirAsia company. This is because the Altman-Zesco method helps in analyzing the finance of the AirAsia company from 2016 to 2020. Based on the Z-score, we may deduce that the AirAsia firm has not yet declared bankruptcy. Hence, for our future research, we suggest that Altman Z-score can be calculated through Altman Z-score calculator apps. It is because it will be beneficial not only for AirAsia company, but also for other companies and SMEs who have just started up their business.